everyone, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering your guys' assumptions on gymnastics and trampolining. So a few days ago, I asked you guys on my Instagram to obviously send your assumptions in. My Instagram is @trampoline.katie, and I'm going to be answering them for you today. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. And without further ado, let's go. So the first assumption is, it's hard to do sometimes, but sometimes looks easy. Yes, I would agree with that completely. If you watch the top level athletes in both sports, they make it look super easy. I mean, I personally think that I make it look really hard. Like, they make it look effortless, I make it look as hard as what the thing actually is. So yeah, definitely, I agree with that. Okay, next one. Is it hard work? It looks complicated. Yes, definitely. It's hard work, one, because in general the skills that you're doing are hard. So you have to like teach your body how to do the skill. Obviously in both gymnastics and trampolining. It's also hard because it's very much like mentally quite challenging too. Like well, that's how I personally find it anyway. I find trampolining easier than gymnastics, but then I'm built to do trampolining more than I am to do gymnastics. Next assumption, not to do with either gymnastics or trampolining, but I'm going to answer anyway. The assumption is that I have a boyfriend, and yes, I do. Thomas is my boyfriend, and he's been in a couple of my videos if you don't know who he is. I assume that you've got lots of medals. So, I mean, I think I do have quite a few medals. They actually all live in here, just there. So I do have a fair few medals, but I have done, I mean, I've started gymnastics at the age of 6 and trampoline at the age of 11, and I'm now 21. So bearing in mind that that's a long time competing, I do have a fair few medals. Also, you tend to get more medals, I would say, in gymnastics because you get a medal for each apparatus plus all around, whereas trampolining you just get a medal all around. But yeah, I can show you some of my medals. Here they are. These are some of my favourite medals. This is my league one. And then these are the ones that you get from British Gymnastics. You can't even really see them because I'm not really focusing. But yeah, so these. Oh, the other thing I got to mention with regards to medals, when I first started competing trampolining, when I competed regionally, first, second and third place would actually get a trophy, not a medal. So I've actually probably got way more gymnastics medals than trampolining medals. But yeah, so I do have, I say I have a few medals. I wouldn't say I've got loads of medals. Trampolining is a bit harder than gymnastics because you have to be extremely precise. So I would agree with this mostly. I would say that I would agree with the precise bit, and I would say that trampolining is harder to compete than gymnastics because you have to be precise. So the precise bit I agree with completely 100%. So when you compete trampolining, for those of you that you don't know, you do 2 routines. If you fall midway through a routine, that's it. Your routine's like cut out. Whereas in gymnastics, if you fall, it's not great, it's going to affect your score, but you get back up and you carry on with the rest of the routine, and then you have 3 other pieces. My assumption is that trampolining is harder than people say. I would actually agree with that in the sense that some people that don't know what trampolining is, one, they assume it's like with gymnastics, so it's like part gymnastics, which is obviously not. 2, I feel like a lot of people think that it's just like throwing things around on your garden trampoline. Like, for a long while when I spoke to people, they didn't actually realise that it was literally like a sport that you went and learned how to do, which I think that's now changing. Like, it's becoming more of a well-known sport, but when I first started, and especially as I was going through school, people were shocked that I actually went and learned how to do trampolining and I wasn't just doing it in my garden. It's hard to get skills and gets frustrating if it takes a while to do so. Yes, I would also agree with that. So gymnastics, I wasn't very good at gymnastics. For example, bars, I was absolutely rubbish. It took me 3 years to get a kip, and that was very frustrating for me. Trampolining, on the other hand, learning the skill and doing the skill for the first time, I would say the skills, they're not easier, but they normally build on something that you've already done. So I find skills easier to get in trampolining than what I did in gymnastics. The hard part for me in trampolining is then maintaining the skill mentally. So like physically my body knows how to do it, but mentally trying to take off for the skill, it just goes into a massive brain fart with me. Next assumption, it's fun. Yes, 100% agree with that. I do trampolining because I enjoy trampolining. I did gymnastics because I enjoyed gymnastics. Don't get me wrong, there are days where it's very frustrating, but yes. Next one is trampolining is easier than artistic gymnastics. So yeah, that's quite similar to the assumption that I read, one of the first assumptions. Overall, I would say yes, trampolining is easier than artistic gymnastics, just because there's only one piece rather than 4. Okay, next assumption, you don't get mental blocks. Oh, no, I definitely get mental blocks. Gymnastics, I think I only had 1 mental block that I can remember, and it was a back walkover on beam. And then trampolining in general, I've had 2. One of them I've got over, the other is still ongoing and probably will forever be ongoing. So the first mental block that I got over was double backs. Took me years. So yeah, but luckily, fingers crossed, touch wood, the double back mental block has gone. The other mental block I have is taking skills off of the mat, which may make no sense, and I totally get it if it doesn't. So when you learn skills at trampolining, you learn them to a mat first. So you take off with a skill and the person at the side of the trampoline pushes the mat underneath you, obviously for safety and things like that. So my main mental block in trampolining is taking the skill off of the mat. Now that might sound really stupid, and it is. It's the most stupid mental block that you could ever have, so irrational, but I just won't take off. Also, I feel like mental blocks is like a whole big thing. Like, they're so weird. Like, so for example, the taking off of the skill without the mat, I don't feel scared to take off with that skill. I almost just go blank and can't remember how to do it. But when I had my mental block in gymnastics for the back walkover, I would be stood up on the beam like this, and I would be absolutely petrified. Wouldn't do the back walkover. So I feel like there's also like different how you feel as the mental block, if that makes sense. And the final assumption is every gymnast is super flexible. So considering I was a gymnast, I was not very flexible. So in terms of super flexible, I'm going to say no, but obviously there has to be some degree of flexibility, because obviously you have to leap and you have to hit full splits, so you know you have to be able to do the splits basically. And in trampolining, you obviously don't need to be as flexible as gymnastics, but you do need to have some basic flexibility, like being able to do a straddle, fold, and pike, and things like that. But super flexible, I mean, you don't need to be super flexible to be a gymnast, but if you are super flexible, it is also going to help with your gymnastics. So I guess it's like a balance of the two. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye!